Hi guys, today is the 19th of September 2019 at 37 minutes past 7 in the evening over here in the UK. And I just want to quickly talk about something that a lot of people don't really like hearing and I don't particularly like speaking about, but Donald Trump, the P-tape rumor, the potential for it being revealed and when it could potentially be revealed. Now, in this video, as the... I'll wait for it to catch up. As the Donald Trump character sits down, which is represented by the George Bush character, we hear the words, and I've interpreted the "fool me once" phrase to the 21st of September by breaking down each letter of "fool me once" to its numerical value and then adding each of those numbers into adding each of those numbers together from the sections of "fool me once," and that gives me the date of 21/9/19. So I'm looking out for something to do with fooling, and then we get the next phrase. We then get shame on. And you saw prior to him saying shame on and pointing up at the image, which I'm going to explain in a few moments, he had a worried expression on his face. So I've got "fool me once," possible interpretation for the 21st of September 2019, a worried expression on the face, and then pointing up at this image. And this image is multiple things, but in this one I'm just going with the one line of interpretation, which is for a penis ejaculating or urinating. In the image itself, there's codes, which one I'll point out over here, which is letter C, the letter U, the upside down letter L, and the upside down letter T. That makes up the word cult. When you take the word cult with the image of the penis urinating or ejaculating, you kind of see where I'm going. We have a lot of stories revealed in the news and the media about dirty old men doing dirty old things, and it's a worry that there's a P-tape out there of Donald Trump and others, performing these sort of activities, which would be embarrassing or shameful. Um, I don't know if it's going to be revealed on September 21st, but that's the "fool me once" date. The other connection I have to September 21st in all of this is the two droplets here, and then the one droplet that's covered, and then his finger and his thumb make an upside down 7. So it all kind of flows together, just like that. You have the cult, the penis, the urination, which is 2, and then 1, 7. The 7 I'm taking as the 7th Roman month, which is September, the month we're in, and that would again connect me to September 21. So I'm looking out for something like that. Maybe the P-tape will be revealed. I do have strong indications that it exists. The Steele dossier, the Mueller report. Beyond that, Michael Cohen, he received a phone call, or he made a phone call to someone in Russia who confirmed that they had stopped the flow of tapes. And you may believe that, Michael Cohen's gone to the other side. If you believe in taking sides, I don't really believe. I just think it's all orchestrated. But, as well as it's being plotted by them, it unfolds as real in our reality. So it is something that we, watch for or take interest in. The other person who has confirmed that something like that exists is Hope Hicks, and that was also reported in the Mueller report. So could it be that on September 21st, the "fool me once" date, we have something revealed that is shameful and brings shame on a particular person, being shame on you, potentially being Donald Trump? After that, that's when we get the blank eyes with the ghost image of the gun in the background, and that being a translation for Donald Trump being shot in the back of the head. There's multiple images throughout this video of that, and I've gone through that in previous videos. But it would make sense in of a storyline. Donald Trump becomes president. Certain things are, certain things are rumored. They're denied. later they're revealed to be true, or as true as they can make it, that brings embarrassment and shame on Donald Trump. Also, some people that have supported him may feel fooled or, extremely angry or disappointed, enough that they may take action. I don't know. It could be that, as we've interpreted, the name Jose and Jesus on the back of the head, it could just be in conjunction with everything that's going on. The shame on is there, the kids are in cages. There's a lot of bad imagery being connected to Donald Trump. And, it could all come to a head at some point near in the future. Now, I don't suggest that, the could take place on September 21st. I believe that would occur sometime after, but within this year. So that would only give us, the last quarter of the year to deal with. But I do have strong indications that there may be something illicit revealed in association with occult, urination, and shame on the 21st of September. Obviously, below that, we have the hangman, and the most recently hanged famous man I can think of is Jeffrey Epstein, and that person was definitely connected to things like this and shame. So, is it all linked? Does it flow in a pattern that then culminates in some pretty wild behavior that leads to potential underground explosions, tsunamis, and missiles being launched from submarines? It's all just interpretations, but those are the indications I'm getting. And I just wanted to make this video as a main focus on the 21st of September, the fool me once, shame on, and what that could potentially mean, what could potentially be revealed, just so that if it is going to go that way, we can at least be prepared for it. So, just before I go, that all may have some connections with what's been going on in the media in the last day or so, in association with a certain promise that was made to a foreign leader, and that promise being of such worry to a national security official that they reported it via whistleblowing, which is now being withheld from Congress via pressure from the White House and the DOJ. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe there's a promise that was made but can't be kept, and that's why the P tape is revealed. In my mind, I'm creating a scenario. I'm imagining that at some point in time a deal was struck or words were exchanged where a promise was made. And when I think of that, I go back to the missing letters from the word that they want us to mainly focus on, which is evolution. We obviously know that it's not evolution completely, because they capitalized the L, they capitalized the T, they capitalized the N. It could also be a capital I. So they've given us a lot of ambiguity to deal with if we dug any further into it. But as a baseline, they wanted us to see this word as an incomplete evolution, and they gave us another reference to that by giving us the evolution chart, which is at the top. But the missing letters are IOU, and IOU is obviously something to do with debts and owing someone, and a promise is also a connection with a debt or owing someone. If you promise someone something, you are owing them. You are essentially giving them an IOU. And one of the things that the George Bush character does when he's doing all of his little things is this: the flip off to the background. Now, if you put it all together, fool me once, 21st September, shame on, point up at the penis, urinating, ejaculating. We have another possible connection to 721, which would be September 21st on the Roman calendar. You know, we have the worried expression on the face. We then have an IOU reference with the missing letters from the evolution word. We then have a flip off in terms of like IOU, I don't give a, you know, I don't give an F. And then things start getting revealed, and it then gets heated to the point where there's a shooting incident. After that, things devolve in terms of, I don't know if that's a hurricane or, you know, just some sort of swirling pattern. A lot of things swirl, whirlpools, tornadoes. So there's a lot of different things we're looking out for in association with that. But the arms going up, I just can't see anything else but an underwater explosion or an underwater detonation would be more accurate. And that's followed by the hand motion, which is like a wave pushing towards something. And since we have the map over here where we have the east coast, we've interpreted that that would be the tsunami wave moving towards the east coast, followed by missiles from submarines. Even though the George Bush character conveys it all in one motion, or one fluid motion, shall I say, it doesn't mean that it's going to unfold in that same way. It could be one event, and then a couple of weeks or months later, the next event, and then a couple of weeks or even just days later, the next event. So it's very possible that we're not looking for simultaneous events like hurricane, tsunami, everything going on at once. It could just be stage, 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 and it's all conveyed as a fluid motion through his body language. That is the end of my video. Keep an eye out on September 21st for the things I've mentioned. If it's not those things, I'll be looking out for potentially any news that is kind of like shameful or embarrassing, something to do with being fooled or being deceived. All of those words have different acronyms, and you know, I'll look into more descriptions later so I can be more ready. But apart from that, it'll be my birthday, so I'll be trying to enjoy becoming 33, and I'll see how it goes. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.